What's going on, guys? Welcome to Bioactive Builds. Today I got a special video for you, but first I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. We're finally over 100. I can't believe it. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed. If you like the content, drop a like or a comment and feel free to subscribe. I read all the comments and I love responding to you guys. Without further ado, today I've got a bit of a product review video. So I was looking on Etsy and I was looking at all of these small businesses that create reptile supplies. And one of them stood out to me. It was Laguna Reptiles. It's a family-owned business. They create 3D printed reptile supplies. It's primarily for crested geckos, but these kind of things would work for any sort of reptile. And so I was gonna buy something from them. I messaged the owner, Brandon, told him about my YouTube channel, and that was a small channel, but I would love to have his permission to review his products and then hopefully get some of you guys to check him out. And he said that he would be happy to give me permission to do that. And he also said that he would send me a bunch of his products that I could check out and review in addition to the thing that I ordered. So I know I did order one gecko climbing wall, but this giant box, I have no idea what else is inside of it. So I'm just gonna open it up here, do a bit of an unboxing, check out the products he has, let you know what I think, and then feel free to go check him out. If you buy his stuff and you like it, give him a good review. Let him know that Bioactive Build sent you. His name is Laguna Reptiles on Etsy, and also make sure to follow him on Facebook, also at Laguna Reptiles. So Brandon, thank you again for this package. I have been waiting 2 days to make this video. It's taken every ounce of self-control for me not to open this box right away. So I'm so excited to be able to open it right now. Let's get into it. This package came really quickly. Brandon was super nice about talking with me, you know, collaborating sort of. So this is somewhat of a sponsored video, I guess. He did send me a bunch of free things, but I'm not getting paid for this. I just wanted to support his business, and he said he'd post my video on his channel just so we can kind of help each other out. So already, this thing is jam-packed. Wow. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. He creates 3D printed things for reptile enclosures, primarily for geckos. Comes in all sorts of colors. And I'm just gonna take them out one by one and see what we have. All right, first one. Of course, I have my little Cresty here, hiding in his little hidey hole. So we're gonna review it with him. We'll see what he thinks, or she thinks actually, about all of these. Oh my gosh, so this first one is one of the hidey holes, and it's a good size. Check that out. It's a really good size, a nice light blue color, and all of them come with these suction cups that you can put on the back. You can see it says Laguna Reptiles. This is awesome, really sturdy. The quality is really good. And the reason that I like these sorts of things, you know I'm into bioactive enclosures, but there's certain things that if you want to be able to clean them, you have to take them out, wash them, and that doesn't really work too well with like a piece of wood like this. So I'm gonna see if I can incorporate these things into my bioactive builds. But this is really cool. Just a big hidey hole. I don't know which one this is called. Oh, this is actually a medium hidey hole in blue. So check that out. That's really cool. Let's see next. Oh my gosh, there's so much in here. So here's another hidey hole. This one's a lot deeper. It's just bigger in general. Wow, you could put some sphagnum moss in here and give it some more, you know, cushion for them to go around on in here. But this is just huge. Look at that. Again, it has the two suction cups on the back, so you can stick it to the glass. And this one comes in a nice light green color. It has all kinds of different colors. Some of them are translucent. He's got some rainbow colors. So you can pick pretty much anything you like out of his selection. Super sturdy. I mean, it's not bending when I press it. Crested geckos aren't really that heavy, but this is something I could put in my bearded dragon tank. I mean, this is really big. That is awesome. Oh, nice. Here's another hidey hole. This one's a bit more shallow. It's still pretty deep. It has a bit of a lip coming outside. So it's a bit more shallow than the other one, but it's longer. I like this dark blue color. I really like this color. Again, you put the suctions on the back. Super sturdy. That is so cool. So check out the different sizes here. We got the big, medium or thin, and then shorter one. All right there. Oh, that is awesome. I need to get more reptiles too so I can use all this stuff. Oh, this is one that I was actually really wanting. This is a insect feeder bowl. And what I like about this is that it's a no escape feeder bowl. So if you can see that it's curved inwards so that, you know, if you put mealworms in here, crickets might be able to jump out, but definitely mealworms, superworms, that way you can, you know, dust them with calcium, put them in here, and you don't have to worry about them crawling out, escaping in your enclosure. and then becoming beetles because you can't find them. So this is really cool to use as well. And this is something I would use for my bearded dragon, I think, as well. That is really cool. This one's got like a nice white color, kind of peppered. And then on the back, you can see Laguna Reptiles. Here we have, and these are the branch holders. So this is a really cool one because a lot of times I have things that I want to put across the tank, but it's kind of hard to, fit a suction cup directly on a piece of bamboo or a stick or something. So what this does is you can put a suction cup in the back right here and then stick it to the wall, and you can rest, a piece of wood, bamboo, anything you want in between these two ledges. So it's like a ledge holder, which is cool. It also has a hook on the bottom, which I guess you could hook, plants around, whatever you want if you want to hang something from it. So that's actually really useful. Brown color, this is something perfect for what I would be wanting in my type of tanks. And then we've got some feeder bowls. See, this is what I'm talking about, the different kind of styles of the 3D printed. This one is more solid, and then this one's more of a translucent color. So these are the small feeding bowls, and I really like this. I'm trying to upgrade. I'll show you what I have now. So what I have are these just plastic cups that I've cut in half, and I've been using those for a while. But what I've found about this is that, it just, the more I use it, it just gets broken and brittle. So I wanted to upgrade. So this is actually a perfect size for me. I'm just gonna be washing it with some hot water. So this is good for a food and water dish. And then these ones, I saw this on his page and I was so excited to get these because it's basically the same thing, except it's a concave design. So you see how it gets shallower and then middle is the deepest. So the reason I was really wanting to get these is because I found that with a big flat dish like this, whenever I make the food, it dries out a lot quicker. So with this one, you have an area for them to lick, and then it'll all fall down in the middle. So it doesn't have these shallow areas that dry up really quick. So I think that's a really good product. It holds less food, which I think is good because to fill this up to a point where, I can mix enough water in it and get it to a level where I can actually mix it around, I have to use a lot more food than she ends up eating. So with these, you can use less food, so you don't have to waste them. And then whenever they eat it or drink it, it'll fall to the middle and then, kind of collect in the middle and prevent it from drying out. And then also they can lick off the shallow ends right here. So that is gonna be definitely something I'm gonna be using. Oh, here we got a big one. I think, so this is the one I actually ordered myself. So I knew I was getting this one. This one's really cool. This is a climbing wall. So you can see it's got a couple different ledges, some of them on angles. I ordered it in the olive green color, which I think would look really nice in this tank. I was thinking of putting it up here. Oh yeah, I already really like that. I can have some leaves going in it. So this is just like, climbing wall on the edge, something that you can put. It doesn't take up too much space in the enclosure, but it just adds a lot more climbing space for your reptile. And the part that you hang it from is on the top. So you would just stick the suction cups in here, hang it on, you're ready to go. And I like that design too because it's really easy to take off. You just lift it up. You don't have to worry about, taking off the suction cups every time, which can be kind of annoying. And on the back, Laguna Reptiles. And this is really sturdy, like this part is not bending on the bottom. You want to make sure that it has a solid connection here so that these aren't breaking off. And I can tell just from holding it that that is not going to be a problem. That is so cool. His products are really reasonably priced. So if you like any of these, go check him out. Laguna Reptiles on Etsy. You can follow him on Facebook at Laguna Reptiles. Super nice guy. If you message him, he'll be sure to help you out. Okay, this looks like some sort of, just like a climbing wall, I think. Actually, I understand now. So you put the suction cups in here, and then it's a ledge. That's really cool. So it's just a ledge. You would put it like this in the tank. Oh, I like that a lot. It's a bit concave on here. Really smooth, sleek design. And I like this little light brown color. And I like it because, it has these different shapes to it, so you don't have your tank just looking real blocky. A lot of times when you buy ledges, they're just squares. And, in nature, you don't have a lot of right angles or straight lines. So this kind of mimics, sort of a natural growth. I don't know, maybe like a mushroom or something growing on the outside. Ooh, here's another one of the olive green hidey holes. So you can see this is a smaller one. So I think it's the same design as this one, except just smaller. And this would be something for definitely a smaller crested gecko. But he makes his products in different sizes. and color. So you can choose, most of them are small, medium, large, depending on what size animal you have, how big they are, how old they are. So this would be good for a smaller one. And these things are great because they don't have any holes in the sides. You know, crested geckos like to have a dark place that they can feel safe in. So this, in the bottom, you can see it gets real dark in there. You know, they can feel real comforted. And again, this is something you could put maybe sphagnum moss in here just to give it some texture, you know, something soft, but it's really smooth. There's no rough edges on any of these. You don't have to worry about them cutting themselves at all. So that's really nice. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so many animals to buy so I can use all this stuff. All this stuff is really well packaged, all individually wrapped in bubble wrap. Came super quick. He's based out of Texas, I'm in Florida. He was quick to respond to any of my questions, you know, working with me. So this is one of the feeding ledges. And then you put your bowls inside of there. This is like kind of that translucent green color. So it's got these little lips on it to keep the bowl from falling out. And this is just really easy to take in and out. One thing that I was wanting to upgrade from my enclosure was my feeding ledge. So what I have is this is just a piece of styrofoam, silicone the outside, put dirt, stuck a piece of wood on it. But as you can see, you know, there's some poop on the side. It's getting kind of crusty and old. And then also because it's styrofoam, when the water gets out, it just kind of gets gross in here and it's all soft. So this is something I've been needing to change, and I can't really clean this just because of how it's made with the silicone and the dirt. So if you want something that's way easy to clean, this is your go-to. So I think I'm probably gonna keep this as is. You know, I might do that silicone thing with the dirt, but I don't know, from what I found, it just kind of makes it a pain to clean. So this is like the perfect solution to that. This takes up a lot of space. I just put holes in here to stick suction cups on, but it doesn't really work. So I end up just resting it on top of this log. This is something that you could secure into the suction cups. You just push it down. Not too thick, doesn't take up a lot of space. Really efficient that way. And then this one is one that's meant to go on the ground. So it has a bit of a lip here, and then it has the two holes here. This is a cool pink color. I don't know, not probably my style, but that's a good thing. They have all kinds of colors. You can get exactly what you want. So bowls fit nicely in there, take it out. So I think what I would do is I would have one for the water, that would be the deep dish, and then I would have the concave one for the food. I'm gonna be using this thing in other enclosures. He's primarily crested geckos, but these things work for pretty much anything you have. Everything you have is gonna need a water bowl, food dish, whether it be insects or, you know, rapashi or something that you just mix together. Okay, so it also comes with all of the suction cups that you're gonna need. So I'll show you real quick, just goes in there, slides up. And this is the same basic design for all of the products that are sticking on the wall. Really good design, sleek. These suction cups look, I don't know, they're suction cups, they're gonna work. All right, so he gave me a whole bag of these. So anything with the holes in the back, I will have suction cups for. And lastly, we got, oh, this is cool. This is just like little tongs that are 3D printed. So I don't know if you want to pick up mealworms, insects. I'll probably use this to mix my rapashi as well. Just little 3D printed tongs. Look at this guy. This is a cute little cresty. It's got, I think you can put the suction cups on the back there so it will go flat on a wall. That's something that I would probably put on the outside of my enclosure. That's cool. You could put it on the inside too. I mean, they could climb around on this, but you know, I always like to identify my enclosures. I have these stickers, but you know, you pop that on the outside, just identify it's your cresty enclosure. I don't know, it's just a cute little 3D printed thing. And the last thing we got are a couple of these bracelets. Reptile show bracelets. So I guess these are just little extra goodies. And then of course we got his card. There's his card. There is his logo. Laguna Reptiles. Brandon Patton, he's Laguna Reptiles at outlook.com. He is also on Facebook, so go ahead and follow him there. Check out his Etsy, also at Laguna Reptiles. And that is it. Wow, that is a lot more than I expected. This is a good showcase of the kind of things he has. He gave me different sizes of a bunch of the different products that he has, and then a couple different colors as well, just to show. He was asking me like, what do you want? And I was like, you know, I was just wanting your permission. He was nice enough to send me all these different things to kind of showcase. So I said, whatever you want to showcase would be cool. And he certainly did not disappoint. And this isn't even all the stuff he has, like these climbing walls. He's got a couple different versions of this. He has different versions of these ledges as well. So a lot of cool stuff. And he says he's always working on new ideas, new products. So I bet, you know, in a little bit, he'll probably have new things. I'm going to follow him, make sure that I'm up to date on all the stuff that he's producing. I checked out on his Etsy page, and I believe that he's also a breeder for crested geckos. Super cool enclosures. I'm really jealous. They're just so nice. I mean, you can see my rack back there. It's a little bobo, you know, a bunch of wires exposed, but it's kind of what I'm working with now. But these are awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in, just give you an idea of what it would look like in an enclosure. This definitely needs an upgrade. So you just stick it right up here, pop it against the wall. There you go. Nice and sturdy. If you want to take it off, just lifts up. You can wash it if you need, stick it right back on. Probably want to add a little bit of water before you put these on, just so that they stick better. It's just how the suction cups work. Let's try out this feeding ledge, see how it looks. So you can see mine was taking up a huge amount of space. This, you just stick on right there. You put your food bowls in here. 1, 2, there you go. Just like that. I'll have to spray some water on here so it sticks better. Let me just press it for now. So that's really good. That is such a space saver. Instead of this giant bulky thing, this is just gonna be a much needed upgrade. You can just take them out if you wanted to do a different color, or you know, you wanted the concave. These easily change out. Let's see, I wanna try this guy. Ooh, check that out. That looks so nice. It's a lot of ledge space without taking up a huge amount of the tank, you know, because this is just flat against the wall and the ledges are able to just protrude out without having some big bulky thing. These are just pothos. They can grow around it, give some more cover. Yeah, the insect feeder, put it somewhere like that. This one you can see uses the smaller suction cups. I would probably put this in the back. You can kind of contort the plant so they grow around it, under it, wrap it around. Pothos, I said, would be I would find probably be the best thing to do that, just because it grows so easily and you can move it around. Let's try the bigger version of that. All right, so now I got some water on here. These should stick a lot better. Oh yeah, check that out. That's pretty cool. Solid design. It's not gonna move, not gonna go anywhere. If you just lift it up, you can pop it off. Clean it, do whatever you need. Then when you're ready to put it back on, pop it on, slide it down. A lot easier to do with 2 hands than 1, but that's really nice. I think this is a good size for the tank that I have now, which is like a taller tank, but it's not super wide. Now this behemoth is just huge. I mean, you could fill that up with moss, like sphagnum moss or whatever you wanted. So that would be like that. But I mean, just with what I have going on now, I think this is just too big for what I have. So I'd probably save that until I upgraded the tank or use it in a different enclosure. So there, if you don't have a crested gecko, just use this little guy. It's a nice little ledge. And again, with these, I'm just thinking about, like, you know, longer term in terms of where I would want to wrap these leaves around, maybe get, you know, a bit of cover up top, wrap it around. Just a lot of different possibilities you could do with this, just with the simple ledge. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of experimenting with all of these. So I found him and I reached out to him because I liked his stuff. And you know, I'm not getting paid for this. It's not like a real sponsorship or anything. So I fully back all of his products. I think they're really good. I wouldn't be doing this video if I didn't actually think that they were good products. But Brandon, thank you so much for sending me all of these. I can't wait to go and experiment. I have a bearded dragon, my scorpion, a snake, and then like some beetle enclosures that I'm gonna have to see what fits best. So I think my favorite things out of this are gonna be the ledge. I like this style of hide because it doesn't allow light to come through. It gives it a nice dark spot. I would probably go with the medium size for my crested gecko. I was really hoping he included this actually, because I've been needing one of these so bad. I really like these two. The ledge, gosh, it's hard to pick, but this thing I'm gonna be upgrading from this to this. It's just gonna save a lot of space, look a lot nicer, and just make my life easier in general. I'm gonna be using one of the concave bowls for food. That'll help me not waste as much food. So I'm gonna be using one of these for the food and then just a water dish. I'm gonna have to figure out what I wanna put in these. I literally have like a stash of sticks. This is just one that I grabbed, something like that. Now I actually have a use for these. I don't know what more to say. I think that about does it. Brandon, thank you very much for this generous goodie bag. I'm happy to use all of these things. You'll be seeing in my new videos kind of where I decide to place these and what I do with them. But thanks, Brandon. Go check him out. Laguna Reptiles on Etsy. Follow him on Facebook. If you do end up buying these, leave a review. Let him know that Bioactive Build sent you. He said that, you know, if this kind of works out, he gets some new products and he could let me know, and then we can do sort of a similar sort of thing. So go ahead and check him out. If you like this content, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.